Hey YouTube, it's Corinne and I'm here to give you another video on how to live an alternate lifestyle. Who says you can't cook in a van? I cook sometimes and it's a great luxury. You can eat healthy and you can have delicious meals for cheap um, without taking up too much space, without spending too much money. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So right now I'm making some sort of stir fry. I'm doing some prep work on my countertop. I use my 5-gallon water jug as the countertop, and it makes a great space for cutting. Just use this pocket knife and cut up the potatoes. This is what I use for food storage, just a milk crate. And you know what, folks? Food doesn't spoil very quickly, um, especially vegetables. They each usually vegetables last about 5 days without refrigeration, so that's how I've been doing it. And I've got all this produce from the food pantry, so it was all free. And yeah, you, so let me finish this prep work and then we'll light it. Okay, now that our stir fry is all chopped up, we're going to turn the camp stove on. Okay, so you just go down here and turn the knob a little bit to the left until you can hear the gas. And no, let's try again. Okay. Now it's important to make sure that there's no fabric touching the camp stove. Okay, so I'm going to show you what kind of camp stove I have. I just have the little single burner stove that sits on top of the propane can. You can get these at Walmart for like 20 bucks. And this is by far the best camp stove I've had. I've been through like 4 of them already. And this one has definitely lasted me the longest. It's compact, it doesn't take up much space. And so it's ideal for people who live in smaller cars and small minivans like me. You can even, if you're in a car and you don't have all this floor space, you can even just set it up in the front passenger seat, like on the floor of your cab. I've done it before, it works fine. Okay, and these little canisters of propane, they're like 1 gallon and they cost like under $3. You can get them at Walmart, Kmart, and sporting goods stores. And if you're cooking as often as me, that little propane canister lasts about 2 weeks if you're cooking as often as me, which is like once a day. And see, I'm making a big dish here for one person, so that way I have leftovers and I won't have to cook again until tomorrow. Um, what else do I have to say on this topic? Yes. Hold up. Also, when you're doing this, make sure you're parked on a flat surface. Don't be on a hill. The thing has to be leveled so it doesn't tip over. When it does tip over, it's not going to start a fire. It's tipped over sometimes, because of the way it's designed, but this is the safest stove that I've had. I've had one of those gigantic 2-burner stoves, and it did start a fire once. So, in order to prevent fires, if you hear a gas leak, do not light the stove. And, you can usually tell that your canister is leaking if you hear the gas and if you smell the gas when it's not even connected to the stove. Mine's always connected because it's just a lot less hassle to keep it like that all the time, and it fits anywhere and it's fine. Also, keep a window open or a door when you cook, because you don't want to get poisoned by the fumes, by the carbon monoxide. Okay, now that my stir fry is complete, I'm just gonna scoop it onto these corn tortillas. And you can add meat to it. I didn't, but just be aware of the spoiling points if you do decide to use meat, because it does spoil very quickly. So I would suggest that you get those canned meats and like chicken that's chopped up in a can. And also, this took a little bit of time to make, so if you're like in a hurry, what I do is just get cans of vegetables that's already chopped and just throw it in a pot with rice and beans, and I'm good to go. Now I'm just gonna add some of these toppings that I got at a fast food place. And some salsa. Now to wash dishes, I just position the water cooler all the way to the edge of the van and then rinse it out on the ground. See, like that. And then I can use the plate to cover my leftovers from flies. And there you go, people. Free, healthy, and fast cooking in a car. There is absolutely no reason you should be eating cold cans of soup or bagels and granola bars, which is what I first started out doing. And if you're boondocking in the wilderness and you don't have a fridge, then you're gonna have to get a lot of food that doesn't spoil, like rice and cans of soup, pasta, oatmeal, and you'll be good to go. So yep. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned. And peace out.